So this is my proof on why e to the power of pi times I plus 1 equals 0. E to the power of x is equal to 1 plus x squared divided by 2 factorial. This is because the series e to the power of x is equal to x to the power of k divided by k factorial, or k equals 0 and goes to infinity. So e to the power of ix would be 1 plus I times x plus ix squared divided by 2 factorial plus ix cubed divided by 3 factorial, and it goes on, which would be equal to 1 plus ix, because ix to the power of 1 is just ix, over 1 factorial is, well, ix, minus x squared over 2 factorial. Now ix squared should be minus x squared. Now ix squared over 2 factorial is minus x squared over 2 factorial. Now adding a negative number is the same as subtracting its opposite. So it's 1 plus ix minus x squared over 2 factorial. Minus ix cubed divided by 3 factorial, because ix times ix is minus ix cubed, and then plus x to the power of 4 over 4 factorial, because I to the power of 4 is just 1. And then the process repeats because i's powers repeats in cycles of 4. So we can separate those two series, which turns into 1 minus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the power of 4 over 4 factorial minus x to the power of 6 over 6 factorial plus ix minus ix cubed divided by 3 factorial plus ix to the power of 5 over 5 factorial minus ix to the power of 7 over 7 factorial The first parentheses series is cosine of x, and the second one is I times sine of x, because if you factor out everything for I, you get I. If you factor everything out, you can put I here in front of the parentheses, and you just get x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the power of 5 over 5 factorial, which is sine x, which is I times sine x. So e to the power of ix equals cosine x plus I times sine x. Next part. So 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. Pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. This entire unit circle is 2 pi radians, or 360 degrees. So if pi radians is 180 degrees, and then cosine pi is also cosine of 180 degrees. So if you see here, this is 180 degrees. Cosine of that should be the x value, which is negative 1. So cosine of 180 equals negative 1, which is also the cosine value of pi. So you get e to the power of I pi is negative 1 plus I sin pi, or sine pi. The sine of 180 is 0, because that's the y value. Now e to the power of I pi is negative 1 plus 0, which is just negative 1, and so e to the power of I pi is negative 1, and negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. Proof done.